Right now at 5, decades in the making, the long-awaited opening day for Eau Claire's new transit center.
And La Crosse's biggest celebration officially wrapped up. How many people attended this year's Oktoberfest?
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
State officials in Eau Claire today to talk about childcare.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is in the newsroom with the details. Grace.
State secretaries met with Eau Claire business owners to discuss the impact childcare has on the state's economy and workforce. The discussion focused on the successes and barriers employers face in providing childcare-related benefits. A 2021 survey from the Department of Children and Families found that 64% of employers believe childcare benefits help them retain employees, but say they're hard to implement because of the cost. The department secretary says their goal is to help find a way to help employers overcome that barrier.
Childcare is the workforce that lets everybody else go to work. And really starting to think about how this whole of government approach, how childcare is a thing that's touching all the parts of it.
Patel was joined by secretaries from the Department of Workforce Development and the Department of Administration. He says they're also looking into challenges families and child care providers face. Reporting in the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
A former Hudson teacher is pleading guilty to child sex crimes. Madison Bergman entered guilty pleas to child enticement and sexual misconduct by school staff as part of a plea deal. Investigators say Bergman exchanged more than 35,000 texts with an 11-year-old student. The criminal complaint details of kissing and sexual contact. Sentencing is December 22nd. An 18-year-old La Crosse man is in custody for an alleged hit and run Friday morning. David Arresto is accused of crashing into a car at King and 16th Street after failing to stop at a stop sign. Police say he was speeding and severely injured the woman driving the other vehicle. Authorities arrested him Saturday night near the Oktoberfest grounds. A preliminary hearing is October 6th.
Missy Hughes is joining the race for Wisconsin governor. The Viroqua native served as the state economic development director under Governor Tony Evers. She also worked as an executive at Organic Valley Dairy Cooperative. Hughes says she will work to reject divisive politics.
I think Wisconsinites are just so tired of the division and the fighting and the yelling and all of it. And so what I've seen and what I've been able to do is sit at tables with community leaders, identify the real challenges that a community is facing, what their priorities are for fixing those challenges, and working to bring resources to the table to help them get things done.
She joins fellow Democrats Sarah Rodriguez, David Crowley, Kelda Royce, Francesca Hong, Ryan Sternad, and Brett Halsey in the race. In La Crosse, the first public sessions on the city administrator position happens tomorrow. One is at noon, then at 6 p.m. at the Black River Beach Neighborhood Center at 1433 Rose Street. The position has drawn some heat. It would take over some mayoral duties and pay in the range of $190,000.
Now, that's a sure sign that Oktoberfest is over. Today, volunteers are taking down stages, tents, and tables. The fest's executive director says around 48,000 people visited the four-day fest. Oktoberfest wrapped up its 64th year with free admission yesterday.
Those of us on the board, we put a lot of work into this festival, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So to see it kind of all come down, it is very bittersweet.
But no worries, organizers are already planning next year's fest. Now, the real finale for Oktoberfest is the annual Ladies' Day Luncheon. Past and present Mrs. Oktoberfest invite all festers to mingle with the royal family and reflect on the week of fun. Organizers say it's a great way to close everything out.
I don't know what's better than coming out with friends and celebrating. We've got our band here. You're gonna meet the brand new royal family, and the word is fun. F-U-N, fun.
In addition to food, drinks, and fun, attendees enjoyed 2 interactive stories by comedian and author Lisa Olson.
A La Crosse summertime staple is getting ready to close for the season. In a Facebook post, Rudy's Drive-In announced they will close in about 2 weeks. They're open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. The Sparta location is already closed for the season. And we're still in the midst of our warm, dry streak. Greg, is this going to continue much longer?
and continue for a while here the way it looks like right now. 80s, maybe even a few 90s potentially out there. Not quite record level heat that we're going to see, but it's definitely going to be warm, and specifically it's going to be dry. That's probably the bigger story too. Right now we're still in the mid 80s. We've got a few high clouds, mid clouds out there. That's kind of the difference we'll see going forward. But for today, you see some areas mid to upper 80s, low area 80s up to the north. Remember, our average temperature right now should be at the upper 60s to around 70 really for this time of year. So very warm conditions. And this evening, it's going to be warm but dry. Light winds, some few clouds out there that have developed here will probably go away temporarily. The same thing for La Crosse, getting back down to only 68 degrees at 10 p.m. So very warm evening, but dry. But otherwise, you can see cloud cover. That's going forward. Big picture shows we're going to see a lot more cloud cover going over the next few days, but the story is still going to be the dry conditions. So we'll break down how long it will last and whether we got any precipitation in this 8-day forecast a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, if you take the bus in Eau Claire, your commute is about to get better. A new $5 million facility is now open. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla reports.
The new $5 million facility opened today, and the first bus left early at about 5:45 a.m., and it was packed with passengers who were excited. And all the fares and all the routes are free, and an employee told me that's so everyone can get in on this historic occasion. Now, this has been in the works since 1985 when there was a temporary center. But thanks to a $5 million federal grant and city tax incremental financing, the Transit Center celebrated its first day open, and city officials are thrilled that the day has finally come.
It has been a long time coming, and I've been on council since 2018, and this was awarded to the city of Eau Claire. We got a grant from the federal government, actually wrong kind, and now we're finally the buses are rolling and the first part is opening. There's still a few more parts to come through, but it's very exciting.
The Transit Center features housing and a parking garage above, expected to be completed by 2026, and residents are excited with this new change.
I think it's pretty cool that they did all this for the people that really need it.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and the people are friendly. The bus drivers, like I said before, are just great.
Not only are the residents excited about this new center, but employees are more than ready to clock in for their shifts.
It's a miracle. I mean, like, really, it's something to be a part of the community. It's something to be a part of helping everybody. It's helping out people, whether they need to go to work, whether they need to go to their appointments.
Today, Eau Claire Transit celebrates its 50th anniversary. Reporting in Eau Claire, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
Well, the Green Bay Packers escape a wild game in prime time with a tie.
Yeah, a stupefying and frustrating ending for many Packers fans. Let's bring in our sports director, Jacob Lenzendorf. Jacob.
Yeah, Ken and Emily, it was an ending that had fans of the green and gold confused on how to feel. Should they celebrate the Packers didn't lose or be disappointed about not defeating a struggling Cowboy team? After looking dominant in the first few games, the Green Bay defense was all out of sorts against a CeeDee Lamb-less Cowboys team. The Packers took the lead with under 2 minutes left, but then Dallas marched down and retook that lead. But then as the clock expired in the fourth quarter, Brandon McManus hit this 53-yard field goal to send things to overtime. The Cowboys got the ball, kicked another field goal, and Green Bay answered with one of their own off the leg of McManus as time expired, ending in the second highest scoring tie in Micah Parsons' return to 6. I'll have some post-game reaction from members of the Packers after the franchise's first tie since 2018. Guys.
All right, thank you, Jacob. And it's official, Bad Bunny will be the halftime performer at the 2026 Super Bowl. The Grammy winner just wrapped up a 2-month residency in Puerto Rico. The Super Bowl will take place at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California on Sunday, February 8th.
And Bad Bunny getting the big gig is our News 8 poll. Only 20% think it's a good choice. 72% say no to the pick.
Still to come, federal funding fight continues. President Trump's meeting with congressional leaders as the government shutdown deadline grows nearer.
And millions of corn dogs recalled, the popular brand you need to look out for.
The National Home Furnishing Sale is back at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 15% savings in instant factory rebates from our best furniture brands. Plus, get 36 months special financing with no money down. The National Home Furnishing Sale at Home Furniture ends Wednesday.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using Taco Pleasing. For the tacos, just brown 1 pound of ground meat with 4 teaspoons of Taco Pleasing. Add a half cup of water, simmer 15 minutes, spoon into a taco shell, and add your favorite garnish. For taco dip, blend cream cheese and a half cup of milk until smooth, then add 1 tablespoon of Taco Pleasing. Be sure to get your Taco Pleasing and 37 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
It's often regaining control, it's finding clarity. So working with people to break down their steps in taking the intentional action to move the needle forward towards whatever they want to accomplish.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
The savings are heating up on fire tables during the fire sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off regular prices like this fire table set for $11.98, or get this woodland fire table for just $4.98. Hurry in for our year-end fire table sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Well, developing news in the Hamas-Israel war, President Donald Trump says he is close to a peace agreement. Part of the plan includes Trump chairing a board of peace to govern and reconstruct the Gaza Strip. The news coming during a meeting with Israel's prime minister.
The promise of a new Middle East is so clearly within our reach. This is the closest we've ever come to real peace, not fake peace, not political fool's peace.
Now, under your leadership, we're taking the next step to win the war and expand the peace. Your plan is consistent with the 5 principles my government set for the end of the war.
A senior Hamas official says the group was not given a copy of the plan nor involved in its drafting.
Now to that shutdown showdown on Capitol Hill. Leaders in Congress meeting with President Trump as the funding deadline gets closer.
Democrats' biggest demand, an extension of expiring health insurance subsidies. CBS's Erica Brown reports.
President Trump is meeting with Republican and Democratic congressional leaders at the White House Monday in a last-ditch effort to avert a looming government shutdown. Democrats are pushing to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies set to expire at the end of this year and roll back cuts to Medicaid.
We'll find a bipartisan path forward to meet the needs of the American people, starting with health care and lowering the high cost of living, because we're in a health care crisis right now.
Republicans want to pass a short-term spending bill that would fund the government until mid-November, negotiating demands from Democrats at a later time.
Hopefully there'll be some steps taken that can address the concerns that Democrats have, but you can't do this by Tuesday.
If Congress doesn't get something to President Trump to sign by Tuesday night, the government faces a temporary shutdown. Thousands of federal workers could be furloughed and non-essential services would be disrupted.
The president wants to keep the government open. He wants to keep the government funded. The president is giving Democrats one last chance to be reasonable today.
President Trump has repeatedly blamed Democrats for the stalemate, warning a shutdown is likely.
Well, we're going to see, but the radical left Democrats want to shut it down. I mean, it's up to them.
The White House has also raised the stakes, threatening mass firings at federal agencies if no deal is reached to keep the government open. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
And a big recall to tell you about now. Hillshire is recalling State Fair corn dogs and Jimmy Dean pancake sausage on a stick. The concern is possible wood pieces in the product. The items were produced between March 17th and last Friday, and some consumers have reported injuries. We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we're going in the first week of October, but it's definitely not going to feel that. It's going to feel like more the end of August to early September with a lot of 80s in the forecast. We'll break it all down coming up on your first Warm Weather Update after the break.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union. Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Dutch Boy Dirt Clean Exterior Paint is a paint and primer in one that's formulated to resist dirt, weather, and fading. A gallon starts at $33.79 after rebate. Maximize your curb appeal with Dutch Boy Max Bond Plus Exterior Paint. It provides max adhesion, hide, and performance while repelling rain in just 90 minutes after application. Pick up a gallon starting at $47.87 after 11% rebate. Save big money at Menards.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save over 15% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500. Plus, get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends September 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
The search for savings stops here at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best price furniture store. Stop in and check out our Poly outdoor furniture, relaxing swivel gliders, loves, and dining sets, available to customize. Inside, shop a huge lineup of Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Upholstery. Reclining or stationary sofas, loves, or sectionals available. Set the table or make the bed with sets from Ashley Furniture, and find the perfect rug to tie your home together. Family and veteran-owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Yeah, we're getting to a lot of 80s. You may be wondering when's the latest 80s that we've had pretty much. And if you're looking at La Crosse, the last one is around November 1st. Average right now is about the time we're at right now, September 30th, for the average to see the last one. So, but we can see these all the way through early or end of October for both locations, and that's a story for Eau Claire too. So, not unusual to see this, but there's going to be a string of them coming here and potentially getting close to the upper 80s in a few days. So, but that's not quite record. Record is typically in the upper 80s, sometimes even lower 90s. So really the big story is all this front to the north is going to stay there. We have a lot of clouds coming ahead of it too. That's the main story. And obviously there's the two hurricanes or tropical storms you've heard about that are going to stay offshore, but they're going to get quite close to the South Carolina area. That's the two out there too. So that's the big story out to the west, to the east. Our story is just more clouds, but temperatures are not going to change much in the next few days. A little bit of a drop. So tomorrow's highs, a little bit of a drop just because we have a lot of mid and high level clouds that will be coming overhead. They're not going to produce any precipitation, but it is going to start at least dropping the temperature down a little bit with the lack of a little bit of sunshine too. And you can kind of see that overall as we go through here the next few days. All this cloud cover coming up by Tuesday morning. This is high clouds, not going to be any type of low clouds. During the day, it'll get thicken up at times, but really you'll probably see partly cloudy and maybe mostly cloudy at times. Still the sun will be able to come out. There'll be a warm front that'll get close to us in western Minnesota, but beyond producing more cloud cover as we go through Tuesday night, which seems to be the prime frame where we could have maybe cloudy skies. That's all it's really going to do and bump the temperatures down through Wednesday, given all this cloud cover that's out of it. Now, going into late Wednesday into Thursday, it pushes north and we definitely get in the way of more sunshine, which is going to help boost our temperatures up once again. So here's Wednesday's highs. As you see, a couple degrees cooler, still well above average still yet, and even a few 80s out there, but the cloud cover will keep them down. More in the morning, probably less than the afternoon. And then as we go into Thursday, it's going to look even a little bit warmer because we're going to have less of clouds. We'll be back into the 80s, maybe mid-80s further to the west or south. So a warm day and dry too. And then going into Friday, it's going to get even warmer. And potentially this could be the warmest day of the period, maybe minus today. We could see some areas getting very close or hitting that 90-degree mark, especially to the west as you see some of those areas out there. So it's a dry warmth. It's not going to be humid at all, but definitely going to be going into Friday night football is going to be a change here. Now we do have a system to this weekend that's going to get close, and it's going to get close, but it may just stay just to the west of us to provide a little bit of precipitation chance, but not too much. And really, as you go Friday night, you can see the chances increase as you go further north because there'll be a boundary sitting right through here. It'll kind of scoot real close to the weekend. It's going to kind of fall apart as we come through, but right now the chances of precipitation are quite low because it does look like that will fall apart a little bit through the weekend. So don't expect much chance of rain this weekend. Better as you go further north, and it does increase a little bit as we go into early next week. Maybe by next Tuesday, we're getting close to where we should be, which at that point is about the upper 60s, mid to upper 60s. So yeah, get out there and enjoy the warm. It's going to be dry conditions here for the next week, maybe even a week and a half too.
All right, another week of summer.
Very much.
Thanks, Greg. Well, McDonald's is taking us on a trip down memory lane.
The nostalgic game they're bringing back with a twist.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
There's a significant discrepancy between the population of Wisconsin and where physicians practice.
And that's a problem the UW-Madison is working hard to fix, specifically with the Wisconsin Academy for Rural Medicine. Rural communities have unique challenges.
And we've tailored our training to produce knowledgeable, passionate physicians to practice in those rural areas.
One doctor in a community that hasn't had one can make a huge impact.
One Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
When we say we're stuffing you like a sausage, we mean it. Mike and Kyle on the sunny side of 61, Sugarloaf Automotive. We buy and sell thousands of vehicles every year.
We ship nationwide every week. We buy vehicles nationwide as well.
Here are a few examples of why we are the undisputed price leader.
Mach-E's from $30,000 off new MSRP. Lincoln's from $15,000 off new MSRP. Or how about late model Mustang convertibles from $16,995.
Get to the sunny side of 61.
Sugarloaf Automotive in Winona.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, McDonald's is bringing back a fan favorite.
Yeah, the fast food giant's monopoly returns October 6th. It first debuted with McDonald's in 1987. Prizes include free food, 1 million American Airlines miles, and a Jeep Grand Cherokee. One lucky player will also walk away with $1 million. Things are different this time around. The game pieces will be scanned into the McDonald's app for redemption.
Okay, well, that's a lot better. I remember playing this back in the day, and you had to have a little baggie with all of your little stickers, but this makes it more convenient with the app. We'll keep track of it.
And hopefully they'll avoid another scandal like the last one.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever saw that
it.
documentary.
No.
It came out during the pandemic, but go watch it. I think it's on Netflix.
Before you play? Before you play?
Yeah, I'll tell you during the break.
Okay, all right. Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Is your relationship suffering from nagging bed aches? Try the Sealy Posturepedic.
Can you feel the support? That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
To everyone who believes in Midwest magic, you'll always find it here at Culver's. Not that kind of magic.
Midwest magic turns fresh, never frozen beef into a juicy butter burger and transforms farm fresh dairy into the creamiest custard you've ever had. Ta-da! But it's not just what we serve, it's how we serve it.
With a warm welcome and a little extra love.
Love. Love in every bite.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
Thanks to Congressman Derek Van Orden, everything is a lot more expensive right now. Not only did he support all the tariffs that are hiking prices on everyday essentials from groceries to school supplies, he also voted to raise healthcare costs by cutting Medicaid. Meanwhile, families are trying to stretch every dollar to pay their bills. And now Republicans in Congress are actually threatening to shut down the government, which will cause even more economic chaos. Call Derek Van Orden and tell him to stop raising costs on Wisconsin families.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Hey, Dominic here, and I'm back to show you how I personally make my Bloody Marys using our Please Name Bloody Mary mix. First, you'll take a pint glass full of ice, add a spoonful of Please Name Bloody Mary mix, a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a shot or two of vodka, and top it off with tomato juice. Want it spicier? Add more mix. Be sure to get your Please Name Bloody Mary mix and 39 other blends at the Please Name Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Cheers! Worcestershire.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleep.
All right, tonight should be still mild, passing high clouds. Mild for La Crosse, definitely milder for Eau Claire, given the temperatures were a little bit cooler last night. And that's really the story going forward. So the next couple days, just a lot more cloud cover. So a few degrees cooler through Wednesday, and then we reverse it back to Friday, getting closer to maybe 90.
That is crazy.
What a statement.
Yeah. That does it for us at 5. We'll see you at 6.